Young and the Restless spoilers Tuesday. Oh my God, you guys, stop literally everything you are doing right now. I am deceased. I am literally shaking. My soul has actually left my body, and I am voice typing this while I pace around my kitchen like a complete maniac trying to process what just happened. Welcome back to the channel, besties, but honestly, I don't even know how we are going to survive today's tea because it is genuinely the most unhinged, heart-stopping thing I have ever witnessed. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I was mid-skincare, literally had a charcoal mask smeared all over my face and dripping onto my expensive living room rug when I saw what just went down on the Young and the Restless, and I legit had to yeet my phone across the room. Send help. I am hyperventilating. The sheer audacity of these characters is straight up criminal, and I am personally victimized by the writers right now. We are not just watching a show, besties. We are invested in a psychological warfare documentary, and I am spiraling into a completely different dimension. Okay, let me try to breathe. Wait, my brain is buffering. Okay, back to the main event. We have to start with Jack Abbott because my man is going through it. And honestly, the vibes in that Jabot office were so overwhelmingly tense, I could feel my own blood pressure spiking just looking at him. So basically, Jack is back at Jabot after his whole horrific hospitalization nightmare, and you would think he'd get like 5 minutes apiece to just sip a coffee and heal? Absolutely not. He is sitting there, looking completely devastated and distracted, and I'm just staring at the screen screaming, "Bestie, be for real right now. Take a vacation." But no, he is drowning in corporate chaos because his brother, Billy Abbott, who is officially on my do not perceive list, I am so done with him, is out here acting like a complete and utter menace to society. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, Billy has unearthed this ancient, dusty 1975 loan document between John Abbott and Philip Chancellor II, and he straight up thinks he's about to seize control of Chancellor Industries in a matter of days. I am literally clutching my chest. The delusion, the arrogance. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. I need to explain how utterly ridiculous Billy is being right now. He genuinely thinks this decades-old piece of paper is a golden ticket, and he is strutting around Genoa City like he owns the place, completely oblivious to the massive target on his back. Meanwhile, Jack is sitting in his office, fully realizing that this isn't going to be a quick victory. It's going to be a years-long, muddy, disgusting legal war that will drag their father's legacy through the mud. And Jack, sweet, traumatized Jack, just wants to protect John Abbott's reputation. He wants to stay out of it. But how can he? He is trapped. I was literally screaming at my TV, "Jack, do not let Billy drag you down with him." Because you just know Billy is going to mess this up in the most spectacular way possible. And don't even get me started on the vibes of Lily Winters in this whole mess. She is straight up panicking, but she's also ready to play dirty, which is honestly so unhinged. She actually goes to Jack with this desperate plea. She wants to just pay off the old loan. Like, here's the cash plus interest. Let's just make this go away and wipe the slate clean. But Jack knows that if he accepts that money, Billy will literally spontaneously combust and cut ties with him forever. If he rejects it, he's declaring war on Lily, Devin, and the entire Winters family. It is a lose-lose situation, and Jack is just sitting there with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I genuinely wanted to reach through the screen and give him a hug, or maybe a very strong drink, because the man is suffering. Oh, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but did you notice the lighting in Jack's office during this scene? It was so dim and moody, like they were filming a gritty noir thriller, and it just made everything feel 10 times more suffocating. The aesthetic was giving major impending doom energy. Anyway, back to the tea. Right when Jack is at his absolute breaking point, staring into the abyss of his family's impending ruin, who walks through the door? Nikki Newman. You guys, I gasped so loud my neighbor probably thought I was being attacked. Nikki just waltzes in, looking flawless and completely unbothered as always, ostensibly to check on Jack after his hospitalization. But let's be real, Nikki has a sixth sense for drama, and she immediately clocks that Jack is spiraling. Jack is trying to play it cool, acting like he's just busy with work and brushing her off, but Nikki is not having it. She starts pressing him, and I am literally vibrating with anxiety because Jack is so vulnerable right now. He's distracted. He wants to be alone, but Nikki is relentless. She wants to know what's going on. And honestly, I kind of love it. Even though she's completely oblivious to the fact that her own husband, Victor, is secretly terminally ill and plotting to destroy Billy, she is here for Jack. She might actually be the only person who can get him to vent about this impossible situation with Billy and Lily. The chemistry, the history, the sheer weight of their past is just hanging in the air, and I am genuinely obsessed with every single micro expression on their faces, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. Because if Jack actually spills the Chancellor tea to Nikki and Victor finds out through her, oh my god, the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Victor is already planning to use Newman Media to absolutely obliterate Billy Boy, and if he gets inside intel from Jack via Nikki, it's over. It's literally over. Billy will be left with nothing but his own tears and that stupid 1,975 piece of paper. But Jack is so torn. He knows he can't win. If he sides with Billy, he ruins his family's reputation. If he sides with Lily, he loses his brother. Nikki is standing there demanding answers, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. I am genuinely unwell thinking about the fallout. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, let me pivot, because if I think about Jack and Nikki too long, I will actually start crying, and my mascara is already ruined. We need to talk about Nick Newman. Besties, stop what you are doing. Nick is in rehab, and the scenes we just got are genuinely going to haunt my nightmares. I am so unwell over this. First of all, Sharon is out here losing her absolute mind with worry, and honestly, same. Sharon had that terrifying encounter with Matt Clark, who is still wandering around town crying and begging for forgiveness like a total creep, and now she is just a bundle of raw nerves, terrified for Nick's fragile state of mind after his brutal run-in with that raggedy man. Nick is in this bleak, sterile rehab facility, and he's sitting at a table doing a jigsaw puzzle. A puzzle! Do you understand the cinematic symbolism here? He is trying to put the broken pieces of his life back together. I literally had to pause the episode to scream into a pillow because the metaphor was so heavy I couldn't handle it. He is fighting a massive fentanyl addiction. He is stripped of all his Newman power and privilege, and he is just a broken man staring at cardboard pieces. It was so raw and depressing, I felt my own soul shattering into a million pieces right along with him. The isolation of that room was straight up suffocating. And then, the absolute most insane, jaw-dropping, unhinged thing happens. I am not exaggerating when I say my heart stopped beating. Nick is sitting there, quietly working on his puzzle, trying to find some zen, and someone walks in. I thought it was going to be a nurse, or maybe Sharon again, or literally anyone normal. But no, it is Marie Kirkland. You guys, I am deceased. Marie Kirkland, the random woman he met at that seedy, disgusting motel, the woman he did fentanyl with, the woman who tried to end her own life and who Nick had to literally save from the brink of death. What is she doing there? I am straight up hyperventilating right now. How did she even get in? Is there no security at this rehab center? I have so many questions and zero answers. But she just appears like a ghost from his darkest, most shameful moment. And the look on Nick's face, pure, unadulterated shock. He looks like he's seen a phantom. And honestly, this is Sharon's worst nightmare coming to life in 4K resolution. Sharon has been terrified that Nick's white knight syndrome, his obsessive need to save broken women, would derail his recovery. And here is the ultimate broken woman, standing right in front of him, invading his safe space. Marie starts talking, and I am literally on the edge of my seat, biting my nails down to the quick. She brings up the puzzle, making small talk about perspectives and putting things together, and it's so loaded with double meaning I can barely stand it. Then she drops the absolute mother of all bombs. She reveals this shocking secret. She isn't there to drag him down. She is there because she wants to recover. She wants to get clean. And she looks Nick dead in the eyes and thanks him. She thanks him for saving her life that night at the motel. She admits that she was furious at him at the time for calling the paramedics and stopping her from dying, but now she realizes she owes him her life. Besties, I am literally sobbing at this point. It is so messed up, it's so deeply emotional. Marie is laying her soul bare, telling him that his actions gave her a second chance, and she is determined to take it. And Nick, oh Nick! You can see the exact moment his savior complex activates. His eyes soften, his posture changes, and he is completely hooked. He tells her he fully supports her, that he wants her to succeed. The energy between them is so thick and complicated, it's giving me major anxiety. This isn't just two addicts supporting each other. This is a trauma bond forged in the absolute darkest depths of human despair. I am calling it right now. This is the beginning of the most toxic, complicated, and dangerous romance Genoa City has ever seen. Nick and Marie hit rock bottom together. They literally stared death in the face in that motel room, and now they are trying to climb out of the abyss side by side. It's romantic in a deeply twisted, fundamentally unhealthy way, and I am totally living for it while simultaneously wanting to scream at Nick to run away. Sharon is going to absolutely lose her mind when she finds out about this. She is going to spiral into a million different dimensions of panic, and honestly, she has every right to. Wait, did I mention that Marie is technically still married but separated? Because yeah, add that little sprinkle of chaotic seasoning to the mix. As if Nick needed any more complications in his life, he's now getting emotionally entangled with a married, recovering addict whose life he saved. It is a recipe for an absolute disaster, and I cannot look away. I am genuinely obsessed with the psychology of this. Nick has spent his entire life trying to be the good guy, the hero, the moral center of the Newman family, and it broke him. Now he's finding solace in someone who saw him at his absolute worst, most degraded state. This is going to destroy Schick fans, okay? Like, I know we all have a soft spot for Nick and Sharon, and everyone was hoping this rehab stint would bring them back together. But besties, let's be for real right now. Is it time for the show to find someone entirely new for Nick? Is Marie the dark, gritty reboot of Nick's love life that we didn't know we needed? I am straight up torn. On one hand, I want Nick to be healthy and safe with Sharon. On the other hand, the cinematic drama of him falling in love with his fentanyl motel buddy is too juicy to ignore. I am a terrible person, I know, but I want the drama. And let's just take a moment to appreciate how this all ties back to the central theme of today's absolute madness. Everyone is trapped by their pasts. Jack is trapped by John Abbott's legacy and Billy's reckless ambition. Nick is trapped by his addiction and his desperate need to be a savior. Nikki is trapped by her ignorance of Victor's true condition. Everyone is just spiraling in their own little bubbles of trauma, and we are sitting here watching the collision course. I legit feel like I need to lie down in a dark room with a cold compress on my forehead because my brain cannot process the sheer volume of psychological warfare happening on this show right now. Manifesting that Nick doesn't immediately relapse because of this trauma bond, but let's be real, the writers are going to make us suffer. They are going to drag this out, make us fall in love with Marie's redemption arc, and then rip the rug out from under us. And Jack is going to end up in the middle of a corporate bloodbath, and Nikki is going to be caught in the crossfire. I am officially on high alert. My grip on reality is slipping. This show is my entire personality now, and I am not okay. Leave your thoughts in the comments, besties, because I need to know I am not the only one losing my mind over this. I'm going to go scream into my closet now. Bye.